All right, folks, we're back with the it's the Russian. I'm never gonna remember this. It's the Observation Corps playthrough. First episode, that was probably the most fun I've had in Act One. At least the first episode of Act One. Yeah, in any playthrough. Uh, Anyways, you can see Observation Corps Musketeer there. These guys, yeah, they could upgrade, but they can't upgrade. I think to anything. Right, the Fusiliers. No, we don't. I don't. Yeah, we might want them. I don't know. Maybe we'll save some stuff for the artillery because we could also have 6 pound and 3 pound. We could purchase a new brigade, but we don't have any troops yet. We actually kind of haven't got to a bunch of the settlements, which I'm probably going to start to raid. So a large enemy field army. All right. Capture 2 weapons. Or take some supplies and leave. Dollars is fine. 56 provisions would be great. 40 ammunition would be helpful. Or 2 weapons. Let's just roll the dice. No, we didn't really. Yeah, what wasn't really worth it, but we should have went with the other stuff. But let's see if the Potsdam. I can't remember what these guys have. So, oh, I gave them Tulas. Okay. So, yeah, Tula is 17, 125, 40. This is 20, 119, 30. Yeah, I would rather have that. But yeah, I mean, you can see that we have this military treatise. We don't really have anything we don't have that much to do with it right now. I mean, morale is great, melee damage. I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of that stuff. It's all good stuff. But I just don't have the infantry yet for it. We need one more encampment and one more convoy. We know of at least one encampment there, one convoy there. I don't think that those are the only ones, though. That'd be rough. If that was true. I think sometimes there's a settlement up here, and yeah, there is in this one too. There's an outpost there, so we'll check that out. I'm very much in the market, though, for either observation recruits or surf recruits. One reason why I would like surf recruits is because I believe they're the ones who are going to upgrade into pretty much anything we want. I'm not sure if I actually meant what I just said, but I think that they give us. I think there's an upgrade path to light infantry, which might be useful. I mean, otherwise, cover effectiveness, they don't really care about. Taking fire, they don't like, but we're probably going to try to get into melee with them anyways. Oh. Those and those. Maybe. 675, so we would be just short if we want to do it. I've been holding a bunch of these items, like the captured uniforms. Not really sure if they will help me. I think it's probably now holding me back by keeping them. There's too many other good uses for this money. Sale price, we get a 20% buff here, and so if we're going to unload it anywhere, I mean, that was a good reason to hold it before, but I feel like now we should probably pull the trigger and sell the stuff that we know we can be reasonably sure. I didn't know that I had Delft muskets. Because even though the accuracy isn't great, the reload speed should be better than most, and the range is not bad. I might actually have to look to re-equip them on something. The rest of this... Okay, maybe not the Tula. But it's still better than nothing. We do need manpower. I'll go with the observation. I'll do it as maybe a one-off here, and maybe to hold us over, we'll buy some of that and some of that, and that leaves us with just enough. Open up the new brigade, and this guy again is no joke. Accuracy +5, range +5, ammunition consumption -25, reload speed +5. Like, this guy, I see why artillery stays with him. Let me just check the upgrade route of these guys. Nope, I misremembered them. Yeah, I don't want these guys anymore. I think that there is, I forget the unit then that allows you an upgrade path with, to get to, I think, Russian light infantry, or maybe that was just a specialized unit. But cover effectiveness is definitely good. Deployables placed twice as quick. I don't really care for that too much. Infantry accuracy. Yeah, artillery reload. I would be interested to see how that goes and compare the effectiveness of those two. Okay, yeah. Oh, you know what? That's right. These guys already being down here, they can't flex over, but they can go to grenadiers, I guess. But the observation recruits are the ones that still have a path there to observation field artillery. All right, that is fine to know. We should give these guys something. And again, a Tula is better than nothing. So you have 20, 119, and 40. 15, 125, and 32. 20, 119, and 30. Yeah, so I don't know. It's going to be better than the Tula, I would imagine. Those haversacks are fine. This seems like a pretty sweet buff to have, so why not? Light socket bayonet or socket bayonet. We'll just go with that. And we'll let that maybe do it. Was there anything else here? Is there any artillery that's ready to get recruited? So then maybe it is observation recruits that we need more of, and we just need to kind of vet them up. We would need 40 more. I think we can get close. Right, we can trade that, which we don't need. I mean, do we need 2 Tula muskets? Probably not. That would bring us to 324. Yeah, we can get rid of 1. I think that's fine. And then go with that, and we will hope from the best after this. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, I don't want to stay there too long. I don't need to raid it all the way into the ground. Let me see what this has. Train them and dispatch them. I would take 2 weeks for 80 ammunition in 2 days. For sure. For sure. $32 provisions or ammunition. I think we need ammunition. Yeah, it should be pretty easy, but we'll wait to confirm that. All right. Left side, we're kind of pinned in on, so that means the bigger side is right. I don't think it matters, right? With the river and the small size of the army, I think we just move up. The only thing I might consider is putting the better range units here on the left. But you know what? Since these guys bring their own cover, Put them over there. We'll put them over there. Surf recruits probably have the worst range, so we might need to keep them a little bit more central. That's fine. Observation field artillery, I guess we're kind of aiming for that, but we'll... Oh, these guys I forgot to give any... Whoops. Yeah, and of course they have worn muskets. Yeah, forgot to equip them, but if ever there was a time to mess up, I guess it's now. So we'll have some clunkiness when we try to move into non-overlapping lines, but don't worry about that when we get there. Okay, we're going to shoot at the Cantonist recruits. Again, if we overshoot, which in my experience is what we're most likely to do at long range, it might hit the Prussian provincial cav. That was no overshooting. And look, for shooting at a line, I think knocking out 50 or 70 dudes is pretty good, and it feels overpowered in terms of casualties. I think maybe if you wanted to balance and you didn't want artillery to be irrelevant, maybe the way you do that is with more morale damage, but less fewer casualties. I don't know. Or some other problem, like maybe it slows morale recovery rate. All right. Why don't we just have you hold, You can shake out in a line, you can shake out in a line. Hold up. It has dawned on me that you know what, if we're just shooting here, bayonets, we'll keep them on with the surf recruits, but everybody else we're kind of expecting to be a shooter, so we'll alright. And those guys don't have anything. They have those, and those have the barrels there. That's fine. Or the earthworks. Surf recruits, maybe you hang out in the back. Cavalry look like they're eyeing my right. Which is fine. Yeah. So we're going to have the artillery switched onto them. You guys... do our best little Last Samurai impression there. I think we're well braced. Alright, we're holding up for now. Put these guys back on volley because it does the most morale damage. We'll get the surf recruits out in a column. You know what? This is fine. Just stay on them. And we'll actually try to chase you down with the general. Alright, that should be it. Alright. Those are the guys I forgot about. All right, we'll give you a better that. Give you something slightly better than a worn musket. We can give you that. Help you move. Give you entrenching tools. Got a limber chest for the artillery. Yeah, famous last words, but it has been a kind of dream playthrough so far. All right, let's go up to this encampment here. Moderate chance. They say small enemy field army. Yeah. All right, so we got Jaegers. Ooh, where do we want them? I have no idea if this is probably a terrible idea. Yeah, but I'm guessing this is light infantry. So I'm giving them a short-range weapon, right, at 99, and it's got low accuracy, but it's got high rate of fire. I don't know, maybe if we get it on we get them on the flanks, we could, so we're going to need some movement in order to do that. So I'm going to actually have to take move speed and stamina. Yeah, we're going to have to take it from you guys and maybe throw it on you. I don't see all that much. I mean, we could just give them Tulas and tell them to stand in a line. Well, stand in front of the line. But let's see how this goes. Reload speed, that would help. I mean, they're already fast. Ammo consumption is down. Accuracy and range. I mean, the range isn't going to matter much because you don't have as much that you're working with. But let's just see how it goes. Prussian musketeers and Prussian field artillery. All right. Yeah, so we got some light infantry there. I'd actually be interested to see the combination of light infantry in the front backed up by some of these more elite observation recruits. Look at the battlefield. If the left is open, the right probably isn't. I doubt we're going to make a play for those trees, but I think I know where the artillery is going to go. And then we have tons of cover in here. And let's see, what do they have? They have a 6-pounder with veterancy gain. That's fine. Doesn't look like it has all that much veterancy yet. So put observation musketeers. Oh, that was maybe I misread that other one, but anyways, we'll put these guys here, and I'll have them run up in front of the line. Observation recruits. These guys look like they have quite the range, and so maybe we look to put them on that flank. Supported by that group, maybe? Maybe not. Oh. Whoops. Who are we missing? These guys. Alright. It's fine. Let's get up there. You guys, run if you can. You guys, I know we do better in cover. I do know. You know what? Send you guys over there. And send you guys over there. That's what we'll do. You guys also have your own cover? Fine. That's what I meant to do the first time around. Yeah. Okay. Who gets... We're going to shoot at the Prussian musketeers. They got that 4 bars of morale, so we have more work to do on them. You know what, though? I see that Prussian field artillery. Let's just shoot it. Okay. With the Smoley Sakomelsk Sakomelski Jaegers. Exactly what I said. Yeah, these guys might be very interesting with you know what? They have no. Can we run up? I mean, I know we can, but all right. If you guys are that tired, yeah, I gotta kind of remember that lesson from earlier. Get in a line while you can. All right, save your lives, get in line, come on. What are you doing, artillery? Are you're just ignoring me, I think. Alright, you know what? Shoot at the Cantonist recruits. Maybe it'll bounce through and hit the other ones. Alright, these guys look like they're sort of ready. I'm going to have them fall back so that they stay in cover. We're going to have them pivot over to the left. So again, to try to keep us getting flanked. Move you guys up to protect them. Move you up to protect them. And then move you up to get on that flank. They're pulling their artillery back? Did I guess I hit some of it. Or something bounced? I don't know. Okay, with these guys... Oh, for right now, we'll put them on the Cantonist recruit flank. I think we're ready to move to other things pretty soon. Let's keep picking on the Prussian musketeers. It is true that we do take more casualties straight up than others, so. Alright, we got them down. Now we're going to try to do maybe a 3v1 here. We broke them, that's fine. Alright, we got to get the recruits out now in a... Try to get our lights out from within our line infantry. That would be great. I wonder if light infantry buff and provide a kind of quasi cover to the lines behind them. All right. We're just gonna have them reform so we don't get whacked too hard by these dudes. Looks like we only have a little bit more work to do to send these guys running here. Okay. And there it is. Wow. Those Jaegers they got promoted quick. I don't know if there's anywhere for them to go. Oh. It's the observation recruits. Whoops. Okay, I guess they were new. We got these. That's great. I wonder if we should give them... Let's finish this. I wonder who should get the stakes. It seems like they often say, and I wonder if in that battle I actually removed the bayonets. I don't recall. My problem with giving it to these guys is that if I think I'm going to get charged, I'm running away. From Cav in particular, I'm not thinking about hanging around and dealing with that. These guys already have some cover. I don't think I'd give them more. Them, I could buy a slot. Okay, these guys might be the ones who lost their stakes previously. So we'll give them some stakes there. My goodness, yeah, all we need is some cav and we can use that. Ammo consumption minus 15. I mean, that seems really good for these guys who are going to be doing a lot of shooting, and they're already in a unit, I think, where ammo consumption is reduced. Melee damage received. Maybe the surf recruits? Try to make use of it. All right. And one more convoy, which we know there's one over there. I don't love what I'm seeing up here in terms of the ammunition, but maybe we can go up there and do we even want to fight this? Take 2 weapons, lose 400 reserves, and delay it for a week. So this looks like a great save scum place. Probably didn't even come close to spelling that right, but I know what I meant. How many more guys do I need? Just a few. I guess we'll see how it goes. Yikes. Alright, so that's the one thing I'm most concerned about. The 2 artillery, not so much. Prussian land mills, those are decent. Free Corps recruits. Is there anything we can or should do? Observation field artillery they have nowhere to go. So they're just going to build up the XP as much as they can. These guys, observation recruits. Now we could flex them into the artillery right now, which I'm kind of sort of tempted to do. The only reason why I'm thinking I don't is because we could also upgrade some weapons here. I don't know if the Charleville were the right way to go. You have worn muskets, which is still terrible, right? What do we have here? We have the Neustadt, 20%, 131. Other than reload time, actually I like a lot of that. I think the accuracy and the range is very nice. Um, yeah, maybe we'll try that and just see if how that feels in combat. These guys still should get Delft over other things. Warren is and Potsdam musket has got to be better. Actually, 30-second reload. Yeah, still with 100 range. 131 though and better accuracy. Maybe we take the longer one. I don't know. I think that's gonna have to be good enough for now. Is the Delft better than this though? I think we've worried too much about things that don't matter. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, I was just concerned if we converted that infantry group there to artillery that we would have too little in the line, and then it's too much to protect. Right, every time you take an artillery, you probably need to protect it. So okay, so this is actually kind of open on both the right and the left. I think I'm gonna forego the high ground on the right. Keep my fingers crossed that maybe we have a range advantage on these guys. 6-pounder. Ooh. Better accuracy but low morale. Or better accuracy, low reload. The morale buff, but move speed is decreased. So I think we're going to try to position ourselves in the woods and maybe also up here. Certainly with the lights, I think we can probably make it up there. These guys, yeah, we'll try to push up a ways. Observation musketeers. We might. Oh yeah, we can't do that. I forget. Habits from other games die hard. So this whole group is here. Who's got the officer in this group? Is it the artillery? Yeah, he is. Okay. He's probably not going to make as much use of the fence. You're there, that's fine. And then you guys are over here and yeah. So you have your own cover, and I guess the other guys, I guess we didn't. Cover base is 20, charge resistance is 0. That's okay though. We're not going for crazy amounts of that. All right, let's go with these guys. Let's see if how far up we can make it. These guys might be able to do something here. I don't know where their cav's going to end up. We will find out. And you know what? Before we run into the problems, I do know that column is faster. And I'm just going to say to heck with it. Because I've received that artillery fire before and it is not fun. These guys would be good to back up the Jaegers. If we can draw a charge to the Jaegers and then these guys, the line plants the spike down. We're going to oops, we're running there, but I'm going to try to remember to remove their bayonets. Yeah, if that's what they want to shoot at, that is fine with me. Wow, are we... So we're at 440. What is their range is 350. Yeah, I guess we're just you can hold right there, I think. My left is good. My right, it looks like more of their troops are going to, and we don't have the kind of cover that we do on the left. This is a little nuts, man. Gentlemen, you can shoot them. I don't know what you're doing. All right, if you're just going to keep moving, we're just going to shoot other things and kind of go from there. The land mills. All right, those land mills we got to worry a little bit about. These guys should be able to run up there. I'm a little worried that this field artillery is going to get flanked over here. All right, given that they ran, I think we're just gonna maybe shoot them. All right, this looks like somebody's coming in for a charge, so we're gonna pull our lights back. Did well up here. I'm actually gonna hold the surf recruits back. I want to put some flanking fire down there, and I'm gonna see if I can sneak the surf recruits around. Okay, we're gonna have our lights focus that way. Have you focus on those Cantonist recruits really quick. Looks like we should route those Free Corps volunteers. Those guys are coming. All right, you all. That was well timed. Okay, we're just going to try to keep that fire in front of us. That was nicely done. Observation field artilleries. Hopefully shooting at them. Okay, these guys can turn and fight them. These guys are going to wheel... You know what? Shoot them. I'm worried that they're just going to eventually figure out what's up. And shoot the... and just snipe my artillery. Look at that, 85% cover. That is nuts. Yeah, those guys were not in cover. It was not great at all. Come on, route. Very good. Let's try this again. That was actually really fortunate how we landed. Good. Let's give them one down the side. Very good. All right, and I guess that's what's left here. Let's not put you in their way. Let's put you over there. Let's let you guys finish getting your morale back. Okay, we'll slow down a little bit. We do have that group that looks like they're ready to do some damage as soon as they can. We'll bring that line up, and we're going to keep, you know what, keep you right there, actually. All right, look, it sounds like their cavalry is already running, so I've seen this movie before. It's terrible. We're just going to try to not deal with that. Okay, you do not have to volley. Don't know what you're waiting for. Okay. That works. And now you can shoot them. You can go back to volleying. Volley them and turn our artillery to them. And that should be that. Yeah, send the Jaegers up for sure. We'll just hold the surf recruits back. I don't really have too much else to do. Okay, shattered that artillery. All right. We're trying to get some XP here at the cost of maybe other things. Provisions are a concern. That will be nice for some artillery. We'll find a use for that. Hmm. Ooh boy. Stuff is getting light. To unlock that. I mean, if we don't care too much about... Oh, I can't because the accuracy and reload. Just accuracy. I guess we'll keep that as it is. Yeah, the cartridge box seems, with that one, fine. If you're not mostly running around. Observation recruits, observation musketeers. Those are the other ones who are probably doing a lot of standing and shooting because they got those spikes anyways. So maybe we'll just do that. Let's see, morale and stamina is not terrible. Is this better than what we have? 1386, that seems like less range. It doesn't seem all that great. Let that be okay for now. Will you fight me? No. Very well. Anything worth selling? Yeah, that's worth selling. I really doubt that we're going to need all those sabers. Again, this is a force that's just kind of begging for some cav. What do we have room for? We have room for one more. Surf recruits, observation recruits, surf recruits. I'm enjoying the observation recruits. It certainly ain't cheap, but we're gonna try to get ammo elsewhere. Okay, we see the convoy there. Let's see if there's anything up here. This doesn't look like it's gonna have too much that we want, and it doesn't. Russian artillery recruits. Maybe. I wonder what the stats are here for these guys. So it's, yeah, who knows what that even, 20, 45, 300, and 25 versus 25, 150, 40, and 15. Yeah, I don't remember any of that, so. $20, 45, 300. Alright, so I had to do some re-equipping, but hopefully that painful episode is now behind us. I think because I don't have a clear way with serfs or with observation soldiers to get cav, and not that I want a ton anyways, I'll take the Russian rider recruits. I'll learn how they upgrade because I just don't remember from this other stuff. All right, so they can go quite a ways. We have all sorts of stuff we want to try to equip onto them, and we'll get them into the fray here pretty soon. I think we're gonna turn these guys into artillery. Just so that we have a second one and we don't have to buy it from elsewhere. And then we're going to equip them with the 6-pounders. Even though it says cav stuff, I don't think you actually get to use cav stuff. I think we can use that, but yeah, that never seems to work. Accuracy and reload would not hurt these guys. I would rather move this stuff elsewhere. Reload and stamina for artillery. Well, the reload is fine. Stamina doesn't help them all that much, but it's something. Observation recruits here could use a bayonet, I'm sure. Okay, you've done all those things. These observation recruits could use those spikes. Reload and stamina. What do I have on this? That's morale and stamina. I would switch that out if they let me use that. Yeah, I would rather use that. All right, I'm cool with that. I don't know. Maybe we give these another whirl and just see what happens. We need quite a bit more gold before we do anything, but Hungarian horses, they look pretty good. 120. Step horses, charge and move speed of 4. Okay, stamina and move speed. I think I like that one more. I do. So, I don't know why the horse goes down there is something you equip, but it does. We can give you those. I don't know that you're actually ever going to use them. Cursor. Sure. We'll do that. Observation field artillery got a few things. That's fine. Morale and stamina. Probably before we forget. Oh, that's right. We can throw heavy saddles on them. I guess that helps. And then the covered bonus and stamina on the artillery. I don't know how much that helps, but it might go somewhere, and so I guess we'll just throw it there, and without really anything better to do, we'll do that. Gotta find some stuff to sell. All right, let me do my thing here. This we could use, and that we can certainly use. Okay, let's go for this convoy. Okay. 4 civilian items to let the HQ come, or provisions for an extra week. Provisions for an extra week. So this is what I think is right. Thalers stolen by +3 per regiment in raiding stance. Seems good. We'll see if it actually is. Yeah, we've delayed things quite a bit on that front. I'm gonna go to Riga to buy ammo. I'm not gonna raid it, not now, because I'm not sure. Back here. I really wish that I could keep them from running away, but I can't. But we need ammo. And this looks like the place to do it, and pop and manpower. So maybe we'll stock up on a bunch of those things. But in particular on ammo. Anything here I'm not feeling like I'm gonna need? I usually don't buy items because I think they're all too expensive. Yeah, we will come back to this. I'm gonna go up to the encampment up here and just see what's up. We'll definitely probably raid this place because yeah, we will. So all regiments gain plus 320 experience. That'd be fine. Versus officers. I'm fairly happy with my officers. I have a lot of units. I feel like that probably gives me the better net benefit. I want to do that outpost as well. Anything here I can't live without? Surf recruits, not really. So we raid this. Okay, we got some stuff. And we'll go down here. Oh, okay, we got a battlefield. Oh, I gotta go that way. I'm not doing that. I don't know if that was a pathfinding. I don't know if that was correct or what. What do we have? Day 173. Let's go to that battlefield and see what we can do. Yeah, we could definitely use another officer. I thought we would get one from an encounter. Yeah. I mean, we'll see how this goes. All right. Pre-Corps Provincial Cav. All right, they now have 2 artillery. Gotta put some respect on those. And that leaves them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry. We will see. Or Ulcer. Exactly. All right. We probably don't want to go on the left. And frankly, there's not that much on the right either for an army that wants to fight and cover. I I mean, I could put the artillery back here and try to put my infantry here. It just feels bad. I feel like we're gonna lose a race to those ones. All right, 3-pound gun is good news, and it's kitted out for basically melee. 3-pound gun. Yeah, that it didn't give them a range advantage, so that doesn't bother me. Dude, there is just nothing. So what I'm thinking is that we bring this artillery here. We can set that over here. They don't need much. We can send the lights kind of straight up and try to delay as much of their force as we can. And then we'll try to get... I did this backwards, but it's fine. We don't want all the rest. We just... No. That's... What? Alright, enough of this. I doubt we're going to get where we need to get there, but... Where are my lights? There you are. Send you out there. And for right now, we're going to... try to get the rest of you moving that way, and we'll figure out the particulars when we get there. Yeah, maybe the endpoint for those Jaegers will be somewhere over there. I think we're going to get our artillery to start shooting there. The reason is to just help buy time for this movement to work. All right. So I don't think it's going to. And we gotta get out of these columns here before too much more bad stuff happens. Yeah, we'll put those Jaegers over there. We do have to keep an eye out for their cav. Okay, guys, just don't worry about doing that right now. You are still worried about doing that now, aren't you? I'm not sure what we're trying to do here. Oh, they were trying to finish their line. All right, I got it now. Okay, we want to start bringing these guys back. And now we want to focus them down because they look like they're looking at us. Still kind of amazed how fast the AI gets on you. Kind of feels like almost no matter what we did here, we were going to lose this foot race. Yeah, so we're going to try to pull you guys back. Don't know what that's about. You all can try to shoot at them. Oh, that's right. You can't instantly pull out of a charge. Eh. Okay, we do have... Wow. Yeah. Wow, the Jaegers bailed out my general. Okay. Okay, we're gonna move those guys down there. These guys, I think, have to worry about their flank first. Gotta love when the AI just throws all the cav at you. And you're like, what? Yeah, alright, that's done. Okay, you need to kite backwards. I'm not too sure what all that's about, but alright. Okay, they're cav rallied, so we gotta draw these guys back. These guys need to form a line here. They need to try to form a line there. I think these guys can actually do a thing there. Yep, keep falling back. Okay, very good. And now switch to them. And reform like that. Okay. Okay, stop shooting me. Yes, yes, yes. We all need to go back to volley fire. I know, I know. I think it's Y is the hotkey, but... Alright, so it looks like we got one of their artillery to pull back and the other is routing. Now maybe they're both routing. Now everybody's routing. A ton of gold. I'm not used to this much playing as the Russians. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Wow, that was almost 1,000 manpower. The ammo consumption has not been as rough as I thought it would be. All right. I say we just keep piling on. Accuracy and range. I don't know if that actually extends to the artillery. I looked at it, I think, in the Austrian campaign where it seemed like some of the percentage-based ones didn't carry over, but I'm not sure that any of that's true. Yeah, for sure we'll do a new brigade just so that we can bring those guys in when we need to. I can do some other housekeeping stuff. This episode's just about over. So we did not go to the battlefield. Let's go to the battlefield. Oh, wait. That's right. I did, but I couldn't do whatever it was they wanted me to do. That's correct. All right, enlist reservists. Oh, so that's why, yeah, the worn uniforms. That's why you keep them. And the Silver Gorget, yeah, I think I had the standards. I don't know if I had a Silver Gorget in this one. Yeah, I mean we'll take manpower. It's fine. Now I would go back to this battlefield. How much longer do we have? 50 days, allegedly. Allegedly. It's a big investment. I hope it works. 700. It was not at all worth it. 700 manpower for that? Yeah. Not worth it. Do we want to do some raiding here? Maybe. Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? So I guess it happens with Russia as well. Um, that is terrible. Well, that's a good place to end this episode. I have no idea what is. We had a whole bunch of these other encounters I wanted to do, but we're not there yet. See, our force. I don't think we're quite ready for the enemy HQ. Not that the game cares, but man, this is annoying. Oh, wait. Maybe I got this in the last battle, and I can run up to. Oh, I already took him as reservists. That's right. Yeah. That encounter has resolved. Uh, yeah, there's still some housekeeping stuff I can do to make these maybe slightly better, but I think I've pretty much equipped everything that I can. I was hoping to get maybe one or two more units of infantry and maybe find a third officer and then just do a bunch of drilling for a week or two after I've done a bunch of raiding. But that is not. It's apparently not in the cards. But we'll find out what is in the cards. We are at pretty much the opposite side of the map. We can see the force that they have. I don't think that we can get a preview by clicking it. No. We don't. We're not actually going to fight it. But we're going to try to do other things to prep. Maybe recruit regiments and do some basic drilling and outfit them. Or we can rush around and try to do the encounters. I don't know. Looks like maybe we have one more episode in this campaign. If I think it's worth it to put it up, I'll put it up. Otherwise, I think this is going to go out around launch day. And so maybe there will be an update that fixes the early HQ bug, and we get to enjoy more of Act 1 and the other acts. But we'll see. I enjoyed this one. It's still been, regardless of how this goes, this has been my favorite playthrough. These guys seem a little too good so far. The last battle was probably the closest test we had, and even then, I think it was more a bad map roll than anything else. So, yeah, I enjoyed this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to have you back for whatever comes next.